It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Finding an escape route. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Guys, let's step back for a moment and talk a little Wake Forest. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? It comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
And the Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. Takes the easy one to the back. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Give to the single back. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking for a productive play on first down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Line gets set, first down. Snap in the shotgun. Quickly to the tight end. And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Rides the back on the option to give. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Let's take a second here and talk Wake Forest. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Motion from the back. They'll go to the toss. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Guys, let's step back for a moment and talk a little Wake Forest. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Finds his big tight end. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Makes the catch. It's Tracy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Going right to work up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's got it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Demon Deacons have taken it inside the 20. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Runs it all the way down to the 8-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be first and goal.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Had to get rid of it quickly. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. Fourth and goal from the 4. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Quickly out to the tight end. Open space at the 25. There he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Motion from the wideout. Snap it to the back. Hard running there. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the end.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Great job by the back on the option. A tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Still sitting at their own 20 after that last one. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He's out past the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Gets the back moving. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Running to Green. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Touchdown, Wake! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. At the 35, he's got room. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's Taylor. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. That's caught, it's Taylor. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Taylor. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Snagged in the middle. It's Tracy. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Demon Deacons will kick it away to crank up the second half. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go to the air. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks into the open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that will be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
Off the RPO, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go with a direct snap. Touchdown, Minnesota! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Flips it out in the flat. Turning it on. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
The Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Jackson.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Demon Deacons really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. At the 20, he's got space. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back to back, and all of a sudden They get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on third down. He'll go to the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. From the gun on third down. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game.
Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet.
And that was one of those gotta happen. I mean, it's a fourth quarter, fourth down. We got to get some points. Palmer, they needed that one.
Yeah, all routes have to be run at the right depth, and the ball's got to come out at the right time. Nice job there by the quarterback, working through his progression, finding the open man, and keeping this drive alive.
Of course, it was the quarterback. I thought it was the receiver, but whatever.
Taylor has it. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls into.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his man. It's Lanier. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, fourth and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
Looking for a push on fourth down. And the Golden Gophers get enough for the first down.
Yeah, and how about it? Never a doubt. Fourth down, you stick true to the RPO game and who you are. Hand the football off, make the right read, get the big fourth down conversion.
The Golden Gophers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal for the offense. Wants to go up top. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air, using the quick game. There he goes. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. From the gun, give on the inside. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Second down, he'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. The Demon Deacons will snap it on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Jackson. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down to the 23 for this first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Looking to throw for it. Now improvising. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You're looking down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Great job by the defense there on fourth down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are... guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. He thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. A delay of game penalty, just a mistake that you can't have happen at this point of the game and this part of the field. And the Golden Gophers inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. Might be changing the route. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. Hauls it in. It's a seam wide open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Minnesota! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. These corners going to give them some space. On the move to his left. Punts it out of the air. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Demon Deacons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Wants to throw on third. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Here's a heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. The Demon Deacons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lets it fly. Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
He'll set up to throw. Takes the easy completion. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wake.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. The snap sets up to throw. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the two-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. It's really the most common